The Lost City of Mari, The History and Legacy of an Ancient Mesopotamian Power Center. Written by Charles River Editors. Narrated by Daniel Houle. Introduction. For a period of just under 100 years, the city of Mari in northern Mesopotamia-eastern Syria was one of the most, if not the most important cities in the Near East. Mari was ruled by a dynasty of powerful Amorite kings who were not afraid to use their military power to keep subordinate provinces in line and their enemies at bay. But more often, they relied upon a combination of diplomacy and trade to establish their dominance. Founded by semi-nomadic Amorite tribes, Mari was gradually transformed over the span of centuries from a sleepy stop along the Euphrates River to the premier power in the Near East during the early second millennium BCE. It remained a relatively obscure city for quite some time, overshadowed by more powerful dynasties and city-states in Akkad and Ur, until its kings took advantage of the collapse of the Ur III Dynasty, and the return to the process of competing city-states that so often marked interregnum periods throughout ancient Mesopotamian history. If it were not for some very fortunate events and circumstances, the modern world might never have known about Mari. After Mari was conquered by Babylonian king Hammurabi, its culture and political influence quickly diminished until it was literally relegated to being a backwater on the Euphrates. As time went on, later rulers ignored the site, and it was eventually all but forgotten. So when modern scholars began deciphering and studying the enigmatic cuneiform script in the late 1800s and early 1900s, they noticed that though the city of Mari was mentioned in numerous important texts, no one knew where it was, nor how big it was. The city was finally discovered and excavated in the 1930s, and almost as soon as the first picks went into the soil, the realization that it was one of the most important sites of its time was made. When archaeologists uncovered one of the greatest caches of cuneiform documents from ancient Mesopotamia at the site of Mari, it instantly expanded modern scholarly knowledge, not just of the city, but of ancient Mesopotamia in the early second millennium BCE.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?